and welcome back to Toad TV. I am Mary Beth.
Tabitha. I am Helen.
We are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow.
She's missed you.
As you can tell. Are you? Anyway, cheers. Welcome back. For those of you, if you know, you know. Tabitha's tale. Anyway, so, yeah, so we hope you guys are having a great week. We're getting ready for tomorrow, which is our
Extravaganza.
There you go. It is our 10-year anniversary for being in business for ourselves and our 5-year anniversary of podcasting.
Right.
Which I still can't believe. Can't wrap my head around that one.
So we are going live on YouTube tomorrow at noon. If you subscribe to us and have the notification checked, it will notify you that we've gone live. As we always do, we'll give it a few minutes for people to show up before we start doing
the song and dance party.
Right. The whole, entertainment.
Spike has been practicing very hard. This guy's burping down.
Spike's got, roll over and play dead.
Right. So tomorrow noon, we hope to see you there. If you're not able to, because, you have a job or whatever, that does not allow you to just drop everything in the middle of the day.
And say, the Toads are on.
Right. Or, you live somewhere other than the East Coast and you're just not available. That's fine.
They're going to be giveaways, but there will be giveaways for people who are watching afterwards to be able to leave comments, and we'll pick from the comments.
Right.
So,
but we will be doing. It'll be taped so that you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
We have new yarn to show.
Hey, it's April 1st.
Right. It's going to be.
We got April.
We have April's Alice yarns to show. We have the commemorative
Extravaganza yarn.
Commemorative yarn. So there's all that.
Yes. We have new projects to show you.
Yep.
Wait till you see them.
Get a sneak peek at a kit that's going to be coming from Maryland.
Right.
So tomorrow you're gonna get a sneak peek of one of the kits that's going to be available for Maryland. Today we have kits that are going to be available for next week for Knit and Escape and Allentown. That we're going to show you in a couple minutes. And yeah, lots going on.
Yes.
We're going to have bags next week for Allentown and Knit and Escape. And that's for true because I'm looking at them. They're done.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, just
good stuff.
Yep.
Very good stuff. All right, so shall we start by showing the things that we did over the weekend?
Yeah.
All right, so a friend of ours put together a craft thing for us, a virtual craft challenge for us. We had to gather some things, and then we had to try and create something from 3 different categories. I think you and I got 2 of the 3 categories done.
Yeah, and she may have gotten the 3rd one done afterwards, but during the event, the 3 of us, we each only got 2 done.
Right. So the whole thing was a spring picnic. You had to make a decoration, a piece of food that might be found at the picnic, and a
friend
guest who would be coming to the picnic. I started with my decoration, and I did a felt egg that I then embroidered. I did French knots.
Sequins?
I did sequins. There's sequins in there in the middle.
Lazy daisies.
Took the longest time to do the stupid flowers. It was supposed to have, the one that I was looking at had zigzag and French knots all over the place, and I barely got these flowers on, and I was so bored. Like, I'm done. So I sewed it together and called it a day. But I think it's really pretty to hang on
I love the way it comes together, so that it's got the seam showing and everything.
Yeah, it was not bad. It was just not my favorite part of the day. I'm not really huge on embroidery. I should know this. I look at these things and think, oh, it's going to take no time at all. I can do that. I pulled these things out so many times because,
Surprise, surprise, hand stitching takes time, and you don't get the stitching
looks
perfectly
kind of
the first time
wonky.
you do the
It still looks kind of wonky, but I figured that was okay. What it looked like before was like somebody came through and stepped on it. So I had to fix it so it didn't look like it didn't look stepped on. But anyway, that was my first thing, my Easter egg decoration.
And you got that from Pinterest, right?
Yes.
So
So they're all on Pinterest.
We're going to link down below where our inspiration came from so that if you guys want to try them at home, you can. My first that I did was the food. Okay, so I also used some of our wool felt, and I made carrots. I made Easter carrots.
Rainbow carrots.
They're really, really easy to make. The most time-consuming thing is tracing the sprouts and cutting them out. Other than that, once I got those done, and you need the pin that I use, she used 3 per carrot. And I quickly decided that if I wanted to do something other than carrots that day, I was only going to do 2 per carrot. But I have 5 carrots. We have a manzanita tree that we hang them from. So it's a pretty Easter decoration.
You very carefully matched your thread to them too. That's
Yes,
very,
I did.
very impressive.
Yeah. So it was a really fun, quick project. And, when you hold them up close and look at them, they look kind of wonky. They don't look that fabulous. But as an effect and a decoration, I think they're fantastic.
Oh, I think they're so pretty.
And for fairly a little bit of effort and materials, I used a full sheet of the green to get all my sprouts done. And I didn't have any sprouts left over. I used all the sprouts. But then I used maybe 1/8 of a sheet of each color for the carrots themselves. And then the stuffing is just the stuffing I used the scraps from cutting out the sprouts.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
Yeah, I was going to use we have yarn scraps that we use to stuff, but I had the scraps sitting on the table. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to use these. I'm not going to throw them out.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
So,
when I stuffed mine, I stuffed all of mine with the yarn,
right,
leftover yarn ends.
So, rainbow carrots, perfect for Easter. It was
Very
so fun.
cool.
And it's if you cut out the sprouts, it's something that even little kids could do because it's a little bit of hand stitching to stitch up the carrot.
Yeah.
You cut a triangle, sew up the sides, and stuff it, cinch the top, and there you go.
Okay.
So, carrots.
Very cool. All right. My second one was my guests to the guests to the picnic, and I got these from Ann Wood's blog. And if you do not follow Ann Wood and you are into quirky, fun things, you definitely need to go find her. These are the picnic bugs.
I love them so much.
Oh my god. I did them out of scraps of Tula Pink fabric. And she has fabric that she used felt for the eyes. I used buttons. I had little buttons. So I put little button eyes on. And then you use black thread that you knot for the antenna and the legs. And you can have as many legs as you want, but I decided to go with 4. Even though that is not true to an insect should have 6. I do know this, but
For all the entomologists out there.
yes, or kindergarten teachers, I know this. However, I decided to go with 4. So there they are.
I think they're fantastic. I'm going to make a whole bunch, an army of picnic bugs.
They're so cute. They really are. They have so much personality in them, and they're really very, very easy to do. So I had a lot of fun doing these. I have a third one that I need to finish, but yeah, those are my picnic bugs. So that was my second thing.
Mine was the decoration. I didn't make it to my guest. So I made a spring wreath using, I loved this project. I used some of our paper.
Yep.
I used a hoop that we've had around for forever.
Since we went to Cleveland.
TNNA. So I used some of our paper and I used some distress embossing glaze that we had just purchased. because we watched a Tim Holtz video and decided we had to have it.
Which is stupid. Never watch Tim Holtz videos
just-
because he brainwashes you into buying all his things.
But it came in and I used it right away. Made me feel very virtuous. So anyway, so I cut out butterflies on our silhouette and I embossed them. That's the coloring that you see. That's the embossing glaze. And then these are cutouts that we had that I just added afterwards. But I glued them to a wooden hoop. And I just think it's so pretty.
Oh, it is one of the most beautiful things. It really is.
I just love it. We're going to hang it on the wall, and it's a great decoration.
Yeah. And it's going to look so pretty against the walls here.
Yeah.
Because we have very pastel colors on the walls. For those of you that don't know, a silhouette is a paper cutting machine. You can program it to cut whatever you want. It's kind of like a Cricut.
A Cricut, yeah.
But it's a different company.
Yeah. So, that is my... This one took a while.
Yes.
This one took quite a bit of time. But I love it. And I love that I was going to just leave the butterflies just kind of going around like 2/3 of the way. But then I was going through some of the paper and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put a clock on. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll put a cat on.
Yeah.
And then I had an empty space, so I put the flowers on. But,
the clock and the cat are perfect.
yeah.
The flower fits in very nicely too, but the clock and the cat just, I mean, it's the steampunky.
Yeah, it's just adds a little bit of quirk
Yeah.
to the thing, like, oh, why'd they do that? So,
I love it.
yeah.
The butterflies are so, so pretty.
Yeah, the embossing glaze, if you guys want a link to Tim Holtz's video so you can spend lots of money, where he shows how to use the embossing glaze. Because I have tried embossing powders before, and I've never really gotten it, like
Figured out how
I
and
don't think
why.
I did it right,
Right.
or it just didn't like do what it was supposed to. But then when he did it with the colors and he wasn't using them like stamping and that kind of thing, because that's what I think of embossing powders for. I'm like, oh. And then I saw the pin that had it didn't look anything like this, but other than it was a circle with butterflies on it. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do that and I'll try it out with the butterflies. So very
Really
cool.
beautiful.
However, embossing powder is like glitter.
Okay.
Once it comes out of the jar, there's no getting rid of it. But I'm okay. I'm a crafty person.
Right. We are not afraid of glitter.
Yeah.
And trust me, we do not keep a spotless house so that if a little bit of glitter gets on the floor, you're going to notice it.
Right.
Okay, so the next thing we have to talk about is the March Yarnness brackets. So we are down to the final 4. Actually, by the time this goes up, we will be down to the final 2. So make sure you go and vote, especially if you don't want the Juggernaut to win.
Right.
Because right now the Juggernaut is winning.
It's going to be a landslide. But
However, we are down to, on the left bracket.
I was going to say, I'm very intrigued by the difference in the brackets.
Okay, so on the left side of the bracket, we have Cinderella and Breakfast at Tiffany's. 2 absolutely gorgeous colors that go very well together,
Yes.
by the way. So if anybody needs a yarn pairing, here you go.
However, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion.
I'm pretty sure Breakfast at Tiffany's is winning.
Right.
So
It's closer than the other side of the bracket.
I'm very sorry, Lisa. You fought a good fight, but I'm very sorry. Okay,
So.
on the other side of the bracket, that's the light. Now we go to the dark side. We have Moonstone
Surprise.
and Ursula. However, at this point in time, I can tell you, poor Ursula.
She never had a chance.
Moonstone is winning by a landslide. So I have called it for Moonstone because even if everybody came in and voted again, I'm pretty sure still Moonstone would win. So
But I'm interested that the right side is the heavy, variegated, colorful, up against the light, airy, fairy.
right. And it's not because there were only light, airy fairies,
Right.
because Elderberry was going down to the final wire,
And Queen of Hearts was there for the
and
longest
Queen of
time,
Hearts
too.
was there, and Breakfast at Tiffany's beat out Elderberry, and Cinderella beat out Queen of Hearts. Which,
Which,
why,
I mean,
people?
really, I just don't
How did
understand.
Queen of Hearts not make it through?
Yeah, that one I'm just like...
So I will tell you that 95% of us have lost.
By the way, I was
Many
out of
of
it on
us-
day one.
I think Helen's like third from the bottom.
I'm so... Usually I do better in these things.
Not this year, no. Anyway, I am pretty sure it is going down to Moonstone and Breakfast at Tiffany's, but I'm giving it to the final bit to see. So I think this is what it is going to be. Again, if you do not want the Juggernaut to win, vote. All right.
I'm very interested because when it started, I didn't think Moonstone was going to get knocked out right away, but it was not the landslide. Mm-hmm. But once Moonstone made it to the final 8, it's just been killing everything it's up against. Nothing has a chance against it.
We will tell you that for next year's March Yarnness, Moonstone will be retired. Not from the line, Moonstone will not be in
The bracket.
the brackets.
We said this morning, she's had her run. She gets 2 years running.
Yep.
And now everybody else gets a chance.
But we will never take Moonstone off the list as far as what we die.
Haha, she won 2 years in a row. She's gone.
Yeah.
Can't have her anymore.
That's it. If you want Moonstone, get her now. No, I'm just kidding. Moonstone will be here. But, yes. So Moonstone is, she will not be part of the brackets next year because she had her 2 years.
And I will tell you that despite what I chose, I knew that, I was choosing what I want, not what I thought would go. Never in a million years would you have told me, would I have believed that these two would have made it to the
I
final
thought Breakfast at Tiffany's would have gone. Because just the
was it down
whole
there?
iconic Elderberry and Dinglehopper, Wolf,
Okay. All right,
Is She Breathing?
Okay, so she was in a weak bracket.
No, Is She Breathing went pretty... People had
Yeah.
a lot of Is She Breathing. But Breakfast at Tiffany's is iconic.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
Oh,
So
what
that
goes with it, yeah.
Right,
the,
so
the
you go
Audrey
with
Hepburn,
the name
yeah.
rather than the color. Because there are a lot of people voting that do not have anything to do with yarn. They're people that just follow us on Instagram. Because we have people outside the yarn world that are part of our Instagram group too. And they're voting on color.
Right.
Or
Or a
something
name.
that strikes their fancy, like Breakfast at Tiffany's. So that I thought she would go far just on the name.
But to the final two?
To the final two, no, I would not have called that.
And I would never have put Cinderella this far.
I never thought Cinderella was going to make it out of the first round.
So.
Sleeper hit.
Yep. However, Breakfast at Tiffany's is killing her.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
So go vote. Tomorrow at noon, we will reveal the winner.
Yep, and we will tell you who won the overall brackets. Poor God. Oh my gosh. Dropping like flies. Okay, so last but not least, we got 2 of our samples back that we sent out to be knit. And oh my God.
They're gorgeous.
Beth and Gwen, you guys outdid yourselves. I cannot thank you enough for what you did because
They're gorgeous. You did them quickly.
they are unbelievable. Okay.
So these will be available as kits. We're debuting them at starting at Knit and Escape next Wednesday night.
Right.
And then they will be available in the shop.
Okay, so
This is the NYX shawl.
that Helen is working on, only we had it done in Bill and Issue Wildflower, right?
Right.
Look. Oh my God, you guys. This is a mermaid shawl.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yours looks like, I was thinking about it, yours looks like shells on the sand.
Yeah, this is a mermaid tail.
This is a mermaid.
So they just, so gorgeous.
I love how Wildflower has the little speckles of color that come through the blues so that you have to be up close to see them. From far away, it just looks like a neutral, but when you get up close, then you see the flecks of orange and yellow and pink.
I love that you call this blue.
To me, it is a tealy, bluish green, heavier on green.
Okay.
But,
Because I'm like, it's the dress again, people. Is this blue or is this green?
yeah. It is a blue-green, heavier on green. But, oh my God. Okay.
So beautiful.
Oh my God, I love that.
So it's the NYX shawl using Bill and
Issue Wildflower.
Wildflower. And the kit will be 2 skeins of Bill and a skein of Wildflower.
Ugh. Okay. So then the other shawl that we sent out that we got back is the Botanique shawl from Casapinka. She reworked it a little bit, and we decided that we were going to have it done again in spring colors. I'm almost afraid to show you because it's so gorgeous. It's just...
We're just going to blind you with the gorgeousness.
Yes. All right. Are you ready? Just wait. Oh my God. Look at this. I mean, have you ever seen a spring shawl like this? Honestly. Oh. So this time we did it in mostly tonals. The only one that really has some variegation to it is the Snuggly Duckling, and that's just a little bit of green going through.
This is the Snuggly Duckling here.
But
Oh, okay.
the motifs show up so well on
The lighter tonal.
the lighter tonals. It is gorgeous. Oh my God. This section here, I think, is one of my most favorite sections, where the pink and the purple and the green all tie in with the Snuggly Duckling. I'm just in love. Absolutely in love. All right, so yellow is the Snuggly Duckling. The peachy pink is Some Pig. The green is Lime Green Baubles. And the purple is Dear Reader.
So it's going to be a 4 skein kit. And you get this gorgeous beast of a shawl.
It is very big. It is perfect.
But it's a rectangle. It's not one where you're going to have 500 stitches on the needle.
Right.
So
it just, Beth said that she had such a good time making it.
This is the second time we've had this sample knit, and both sample knitters enjoyed knitting the shawl so much because they said you get from section to section, you just want to keep going.
Right.
To see what the next section is going to look like and the stitches that you're using.
God, look here where the purple and the green are striped. Ah, purple and green striped together. Love it. Honestly, I just love this. We have our other one that we had sample knit. Some of the colors we're not carrying anymore. So this past winter, when it was getting very, very cold, we took it up to my brother, who is a little bit older than I am. And I didn't know that whether he would use it or not, and he does. He wears it all the time because it's fingering weight, very light, but very, very warm.
It just keeps you warm, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Those are our 2 samples that we have back. We have a couple more out that we're waiting for, and we will show them as they come in. But
and we have a couple more going out. So yeah,
these, as we said, the kits will be listed in the shop for the shows that are coming up. But we will let you know as soon as they're available because you guys get first dibs. But yeah, this is just
gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, spring.
Gorge.
Spring.
Thank you very, very much, Beth and Gwen.
Yes, thank you. You guys. Perfect. Okay. I think that's it. I think, oh my God, we're at half an hour. How did we talk for half an hour?
We haven't done this in a week.
I know, but still. All right. Today at 3 o'clock, we are having our first session for the Cast On for the Boho Blush.
Right.
Our second session is going to be at 7 o'clock. We hope to see you guys there if you are coming. And
I sent out the Zoom link on Monday. So if you have not gotten the Zoom link yet, quick, get in touch with us.
Yeah.
And I will shoot it over to you. But yeah, we should be all set.
Yep.
For tonight.
So we have to go hit the dye pots quickly because we have a couple of rounds of dyeing to get done before we sit down and chat.
Yeah.
So we will see you tonight if you're coming. And other than that, we hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Go forth and create, and we will see you guys at noon tomorrow.
Noon tomorrow,
Eastern
live.
time.
We will be here at around noon-ish. We'll try very hard. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.